Hello everyone and welcome to the long-awaited monetary market tutorial. As everyone saw, I had a text version, but I thought I'd sum it up real quick with a little voice version here, and I'll have some nice little graphics for everyone to look at. Okay, so what is the monetary exchange? The monetary market, or the money market exchange, is the best and really the only way to transfer currency into gold and vice versa. There is also the possibility of transferring currency from one to the other, from USD to GRD or TRY, whatever you'd like. But a quick tip, no one actually sells one currency in exchange for another. So every country just sells gold for their currency and vice versa. Okay, now if you have a large sum of gold from invites or have a lot of USD saved up from your job, either way, you're going to want to exchange that at one point to either invest in a company with the amount of gold or maybe buy yourself a nice Q4 house with the USD. Now it's very easy to exchange money on the market, but there are a few ways you can actually make money from the market. I have outlined these three ways. The first way is method one, the buyer's market. In the buyer's market, you will basically survey the exchange rates and find anything that stands out. If the most common exchange rate is 0.02 gold for 1 USD and you see someone selling it at 0.19 instead, you can buy that up immediately and then you have made yourself a profit on the difference. You can then resell that same amount you bought for the recommended exchange rate, or the most common exchange rate I should say rather, and from then you've made a profit. On to the seller's market. Now the seller's market is slightly slower than the buyer's market, but it isn't quite as risky. In the seller's market you normally need a little bit more money in both accounts, and this, what you do is you are basically becoming the person who, well, sells it. You look at the exchange rate, you look at what they've been selling at, and you can either sell at the same rate as everyone else, or you can sell it slightly cheaper and sell it faster. The way I do it is I will sell a certain amount of USD, normally 200, and I will get 4 to 6 gold from that, depending on the exchange rate. Then at the same time, sell that 4 to 6 gold for more money in USD, so that I will end up making up 10 to 20 USD profit off of that one flip. Now, it's not a lot of money, but if you're able to do this 4 or 5 times a week, that ends up making a nice amount of profit. Now, method 3 I call the player's market, and that could also be considered the futures market. This is where people who have a good knowledge of the system, they do the stereotypical buy low and sell high. It's where you think you know what the market's going to do next. You think you know what people are doing, maybe what the government's planning, or you can see that there's a big boost in population and obviously the value is going to go up. Now this requires lots of buying and lots of selling at the right time. It is one of the riskiest markets, but there is a lot of room for improvement and you can make a large profit from that. Now there are a few special cases I'd like to point out before I wrap up here. Special case number 1 is governmental intervention or government monetary management. Most good governments will be monitoring their markets at almost all times. This is to ensure and protect the value of their currency and to help their citizens. In eRepublik, because of the system is set up, the exchange rate is constantly making your currency more valuable because it is leaving the market when accounts go inactive, when they go to another country and people don't spend it, it ends up coming out of the flow of the market. It is the job of the government to stabilize this, and if they are currently trying to re-establish a less or more valuable currency on the market, it is very hard to make a profit on that, because they normally end up putting a cap on how much you can buy or sell for. Now, special case number 2 is the market buyout. This has become very popular among older power players who have a lot of money and like to throw their weight around. This is where they will buy up every offer on the market and then resell it for a higher price, giving themselves a nice profit. This can really come to a shocker to people that play the economy a lot, play the monetary market, and I don't recommend it to those power players, but they can do whatever they like. And that about concludes this video tutorial. Thanks.